Welcome to Woof Wisdom, where we dive into loving your dog. Today, we're spotlighting the Halo collar. It's the tech that's changing the game and understanding our furry friends. Today, we have Anna. She is a gold concierge with Halo. She is one of the friendly people that you can connect with if you have a question about the Halo collar. And it is great to see you. I'm calling you Amazing Anna because you are such an amazing support to all the people who are having questions about the Halo collar, who are just not sure about it. And I know that we've talked a couple times before. You sent me a list of some of the more common questions that people are asking about the Halo collar. And I thought it'd be a great time today to just kind of go through those with you. So welcome, 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 Anna.
Thank you, Matthew. It's great to speak with you again.
Yeah. So tell me, I guess first off, who needs a Halo collar? I mean, are there specific dogs that breeds that it works for better, or what? Who would benefit the most from having a Halo collar?
Well, in my opinion, every puppy that's 5 months old and 20 pounds or heavier can benefit from the Halo collar. I'm also really excited to state that all breeds benefit. So, super exciting. And then I would say, though, I would add that prey driven dogs, so your beagles, your more
Mm,
hunting breeds, they
yeah.
might need a little bit more fine tuning with the training. So, for those breeds, we do recommend using any type of prey that is specifically tempting. So, like deer or foxes or bunnies, you can often get these scents at your local supply store, and then you can do the beacon training with those. And that
Ah,
really helps for those breeds. But all
okay.
breeds can benefit from Halo.
I mean, every dog I have is a sniffer. I mean, they want to sniff every little thing. And we don't have foxes and bunnies in my neighborhood, but we do have squirrels, and those squirrels like torment my dogs.
Oh
They're
man,
just
I
so
hear
right
so
there.
many stories about squirrels who learn where the fence line is. We actually have one case in particular where they knew where the fence line was and they would stop right outside and tempt the dogs. But because the dogs are so well trained on Halo,
They're so
they
well
wouldn't
trained.
go any further. But oh my word, those squirrels, man,
They're
they're
hardcore.
fun.
I mean, another reason why you need something like the Halo collar really to kind of contain your dog, because I mean, the dog might not want to be misbehaving, but they're adventurous and they want to go out and find what's out on the other side of the world. So that could be a little bit dangerous at times. And I think that's not only from the fence containment point of view, but also from the fact that there's a GPS enabled. This is a GPS enabled collar. So if your dog should get across any kind of containment you have, you know where they are at any time of the day or night.
Absolutely. The My Map updates are connected to the collar through LTE. So now with our Halo Collar 3, your collar will connect to any type of LTE. So that's Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. It will connect through those networks, giving you the fastest possible updates.
Okay. And I think one thing too that I would like to point out about this Halo collar is you could change cellular networks, right? You don't have to, if
Mhm.
you've got one network and you change, no problem with the Halo collar. That's not necessarily true with some of the other GPS collars.
Absolutely. And that's a huge perk of the subscription as well, because with the subscription, it automatically updates. So, whatever is the strongest in your area, the Halo collar will find that quickly to provide you the most up to date information.
Okay. So I get a little lost in the tech. I mean, it all works. That's all I need to know.
Yep.
I think there's some people who really would like a clear explanation as to how this tech works. Because I know there's Wi-Fi, there's
Mhm.
GPS, there is, well, I guess it's not GPS, but satellite, right? And there's LTE, there's connections over the cellular network. So can you kind of simply explain this so even somebody like me can understand?
Absolutely. So Wi-Fi is a great connectivity. You can send your manual feedback through the Halo app through Wi-Fi, and then we can also make sure that your collar is on the most up-to-date firmware once it's charging and connected to Wi-Fi. So that's where the Wi-Fi connection comes
Okay.
into play. So that's super important. But then the LTE connection is how your collar tells your phone where your puppy is. So your My Map updates, those will come through your LTE connections. But thankfully, it doesn't matter if you're in a total LTE dead zone, you have no Wi-Fi, nothing, no Bluetooth. If your collar is, set up and ready to go and everything, your collar will know where the fence line is. So it will provide the fence feedback even if you're in a completely rural area. So your puppy is always safe.
Okay, so you could be out in the deep woods, you could be in an urban environment. It just seems like there's an answer for just about everything you could think of.
Absolutely. Our founders really thought all this thought through all the scenarios. So
So Anna, let's talk about the subscription and about the cost. Aside from, of course, the initial purchase of the collar, are there any ongoing costs or subscriptions associated with the collar?
the Halo collar does have a subscription. We have 3 tiers. You can choose from bronze, silver, or gold. And with all of the tiers, your connectivity is covered. So you have unlimited LTE data, you have your GPS, your Wi Fi, your Bluetooth, all of that is covered in your subscription. And then we can also go through different cell carriers. So AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, all of that, it's included in your subscription. And we also have our fabulous virtual dog park. Here you can get video assistance with one of our agents who are very well trained to know exactly how to help.
Okay, so great. And huge fan of the dog park because look, you guys are there. What kind of company offers video support? I mean, it's just crazy. And you could actually be with your dog when you're chatting on your phone. So you could see the whole scenario. What's going on? If you got any
That's
kind of
actually my favorite part is to see all the puppies that come through. They're so cute.
So, I mean, first off, do you have to have a subscription to this?
You do, because that's what causes the connectivity for your collar. So the
Okay.
subscription will cover, your LTE, your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, all of that.
It's all included. And as you pointed out,
Yes.
there's a different levels
Mhm.
depending upon your needs. Okay.
Yes. And depending on the level, well, all of the levels will have discounts on accessories and the Halo protection plans. But depending on your level, the discounts do get larger.
Okay. So now I just and done a couple of videos for you guys, and I've learned more and more about it. I foster dogs from the animal shelter, so I get to try this out on different dogs. But one thing that I know is kind of a concern for some people, or a question at least, is about the static, right?
Mhm.
So I think maybe we could put people's minds at ease here just by kind of explaining what that's all about. And I just wanted to show people. This is maybe not the best shot, but there's really these little, what do you guys call them? Nibs.
The
They're like
contact tips. Yep.
contact tips. They're
Yes.
like maybe the end of a screwdriver or something like that, and they're completely optional. So I've got one in here, and then the other one I don't have it on there. So you could take them off, you could take them on. What I learned is that you can put them on for the initial training, and then the dog kind of picks it up. Then you take them off, and you just put the protector back on there, and it's perfectly fine. Also, I'm sorry, I'm asking you a question and answering it, but you could drag the sensitivity of it, right? I think it goes
Oh,
up to
absolutely. Yep.
like
It
40.
has several levels.
Yeah. So I mean, you can make it just a little touch of of a static that feels just like a little taking the clothes out of the laundry kind of thing, or it could be a little bit more extreme if the situation calls for that.
Absolutely. Well, the great thing about our static feedback is the intention. So the intention of the static is just to basically just to get their attention. We want them, it's supposed to be like a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Whereas a shock collar is more of a punishment.
Hmm.
So it's not meant to hurt. It's just meant to kind of surprise a little bit, be like, oh, I need to turn around and come back to safety. You can actually also hand test the static just to see how intense it is.
Ah,
Now, I just have the blanks. If you're using the static feedback, you will need to put in either the short or the long contact tips.
right.
But to hand test the static, you would want to make sure you have those contact tips in. And then you can place it on your arm like this, or you can place it on your thigh. We do recommend a more fleshy area because that's going to mimic more of the feel that your puppy has. And then from
Okay.
there, you can just use the manual feedback option on your phone and start at 1, and then you can go up to see how strong it gets. And you can kind of determine from there what would be best for your puppy.
Right. Depending upon the activity level, the danger level, how much fur your dog has. I think you might need the larger size. So it's completely customizable. Uh,
Absolutely. And also, static is not required. You're not forced to have the static if you don't want to, or if you find that your puppy prefers vibration, because a lot of puppies do. It's kind of surprising because the sound and the touch sensation of
right.
vibration can actually be more of an attention grabber than just the touch sensation of static.
Right, right. I noticed that as well. So let's talk about walking your dog. I mean, you still typically use a leash, right? While walking the dog with the collars on.
We recommend using slip leads with the halo collar when you want to take your puppy for a walk. We definitely don't recommend connecting a leash directly to the halo collar,
Mm.
but if you'd like to use your training beacon that comes with your halo kit, you can change the setting to ignore fences and then clip it onto your leash. That way, you don't really have to think about turning your fences off when you take your puppy for a walk.
Oh,
And
okay.
they'll also learn that it's safe to leave your fence when your pet parent is with you.
Right, right. And that all kind of circles back to training, right? Because
Mhm.
I mean, I think you shouldn't just expect that you're going to get this collar in the box, put on your dog, and you're good to go, right? You've got to introduce it to the dog. You got to explain to them and train them on how this collar works and what their expectations are.
Mhm. Absolutely. The training program is actually my favorite because while you train your puppy, you kind of they start to see you as the pack leader. And this creates a beautiful relationship between you and your dog. And it also is a great foundation for other types of training that you can do. So super important there. We definitely recommend the training. On average, it can take around 21 days. Now we do see for puppies or the younger ones around 5 to 6 months because they are puppies. They might take a little bit longer. They might need a little more patience, and you want it to be a more positive experience. So we definitely recommend taking as long as you need, but the average is around 21 days.
And you're talking about puppies, and you said puppies a couple of times, but can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of people come to the Halo pack who have much older dogs, and that is we our trainers do not like that term because you can absolutely teach any dog any age of new tricks.
Okay, I agree with that. So let's just talk. The last thing that I have, and unless you think of anything I forgot, is battery life. Because I mean, this is a collar. This is like a phone. You got to charge it. How long does the battery last?
I'm excited to state that you can actually get up to 24 hours with the Halo collar. It's a lot like a cell phone. So if you're in a super low connectivity, you might start to see a little bit less battery life. But for the most part, we're seeing, 20 to 24 hours of battery life on a single charge.
Well, there you have it. Some of the most common questions about the Halo collar. I've tested it for 4 months now with a variety of foster dogs, and I think it's really a great addition. For me, it really just kind of takes the worry out of having a dog and the dog getting lost, which is a complete nightmare. But as equally impressive as the tech that goes into this collar, it's the people that stand behind it. People like Anna. They're there 7 days a week to answer your questions and solve any problems. They're great people. They care about you, they care about your dog, and they really want to see you foster and grow that relationship with your furry friend. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, love to read them below. See you next time.